Near Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Wow, we go from 45 to 70 degrees here in Ohio. So, been a very busy, informative day. Learned a lot. Our 6 chickens, black Australopes, are doing very well. I have finally managed to convince the missus she does not need to get up every 2 or 3 hours out of bed, walk downstairs, and check on them. I said, for God's sake, they're not kids needing fed or diaper changed. Leave them alone. So last night was pretty much the first night. She stayed in bed all night and let me sleep and let the chickens sleep. But man, she hardly lets them out of sight or me. They are growing quickly. I'm surprised. And today when I was raking leaves, I managed to rake up some redworms. And I said, watch this. So I threw them in the box there, and man, I'll tell you what, them little buggers know instinctively what worms are, and they were chasing each other around trying to get at that worm, and they were tearing it in half and gulping it down, and they were piling on top of one another. It was like a rugby match inside the brooder there. So they're doing good. Thank God, the missus has decided to let me sleep a full night instead of getting up and checking on them. I also was looking up where to find sheep who would sell them. If you're looking for a source, as I was, to find out who sells sheep close to you, check with your fairgrounds and call them, the junior fair, if they're nice enough like this lady was. She got back to me immediately and gave me the name of a sheep farmer, and he was a very nice man. And I was explaining that, and he goes, yeah. He goes, we can do that and everything else. And I asked him, I said, I'm looking to buy, just a starter, like 3 sheep. We don't have a lot of flat land. It's all on woods. And he goes, yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I said, but I'm not paying like $1,000 sheep for, St. Croix or something else. And I said, I want hair sheep, not wool sheep. And I said, how much do starter lambs go for, something else like that, or wool sheep? And he said, starting out is $400. And I'm like, I said, I was looking to pay $75 to $100 a sheep. And the guy just busted out laughing on the phone. And he goes, those days are gone. So at least around here, he's getting $400 a sheep. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't afford that. So now I've got to look to see what goats are selling for. And if not, pigs, and she's against that. But hey, we got to do what we got to do. See if we can get some little baby pigs, see how much those are going for. And I'm also going to take a road trip out to a hatchery, Myers Hatchery out in Polk, Ohio. That'll be a bit of a drive for us. But they have turkeys, broad-breasted turkeys, that in 12 to 16 weeks, we can harvest them, maybe 22 weeks, they'll grow that fast, up to 18 pounds. So at $9 a turkey, I can afford 6, and we'll raise them and feed them, and then in 3 months, 4 months, ready to be put in the freezer. So that's a big plus there. But I think for now, sheep's out of the question. Went out to Rural King. They have a sale on ducks. They were $1 a piece. So I'm going to probably head out there and get some ducklings. We have a pond. So as soon as they're able and ready, we'll be putting those on the pond, raising some ducks. We'll have turkeys. We've got chickens. We're going to look at some more chickens. And while I was out there at Rural King in Elyria, Ohio, this guy just opened up his business. Hope you can see that. And it is basically a Army Navy surplus store. He hasn't got a whole lot in there yet, but he has some stuff that would be worthwhile. Backpacks, uniforms, if you're looking at, of course, they're old vintage, look like Vietnam era. But they did have army cots, litters, plenty of knives, and different stuff that you could use. Canteens, harnesses, H-rigs, which at my age would probably be a benefit. But again, I thought I'd give him a plug and say I don't know when I'm coming back, but I'll put your advertisement for free on the YouTube. And you know, if you go out there, if you happen to be around Elyria, Ohio on that side or anywhere around there, go out there and pay him a visit. I'm not being reimbursed for anything. I'm just doing it out of trying to help a fellow prepper and supplier. Working in the garden, cleaning up the leaves there, getting that ready. I have probably 150 strawberry plants I need to transplant, replant, move. The black raspberries, the thornless black raspberries, have rooted all over the vegetable bed, and I'm cutting those and transplanting those. So, and they put up blackberries as big as my thumb in the second year, so hopefully we'll have plenty of that. But again, it's a learning curve to find renewable proteins that somebody can afford. So right now it's looking like chickens, turkeys. I'm going to investigate pigs and goats, but sheep at $400 is beyond my means right now. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I certainly do appreciate you. It's a gorgeous day, taking advantage of it. Looks like we're going to be going to Polk, Ohio to a hatchery to investigate what we can buy and bring back there. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Refer this channel. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Get yourself right with God, meaning ask forgiveness for your sins. Get baptized, submerged in water. Greg out.